listen, did nobody ask, did nobody check him for no steroid? I said, he had quick hands, he would hit. I said, why y'all ain't checking for steroid? He ain't checking steroid. And then,
you think he was on steroids?
Of course he was on steroid.
And what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids.
Some way responsible for the performance-enhancing drugs that are being used by fighters that fought in his gym. Specifically, off the top of my head, you have Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez had popped for Clenbuterol.
Boxing legend Evander Holyfield has publicly thrown down the gauntlet, accusing Canelo Alvarez of potential steroid use. With tensions mounting before the Canelo versus Terrence Crawford matchup, Holyfield's bold remarks have ignited a firestorm of controversy and speculation across the boxing community.
Greatest Mexican boxing fights of all time, in my opinion. Yeah. So I feel like I'm 100% confident in myself. If Canelo was 100% confident in himself, I don't know why he wouldn't fight me, especially since, seeing that everybody in his team is on steroids, which means including him, so he never got off
You think he's on steroids?
Of course. How does five?
You saw De La Hoya
How do five people out of your camp get tested positive for steroids?
Right.
You know what I mean? No, all those fucking dudes in that camp are dirty.
While Holyfield has not directly accused Canelo of steroid use, he has been outspoken about the need for stricter penalties for fighters who test positive for banned substances. In 2018, following Canelo's positive test for Clenbuterol, Holyfield suggested that athletes caught using PEDs should face jail time, stating that these people should be in jail for 30 days.
Alvarez failed a drug test before his big Triple G fight in May, and he's blaming Mexican cows. All right, here's the deal. 2 months until the rematch with Gennady Golovkin on May 5th is going to be the big fight, and he's been taking drug tests leading up to the fight, standard operating procedure. This time he popped for a substance called Clenbuterol, which is a banned substance. As a matter of fact, it helps you cut weight. A lot of people use it illegally to cut weight while maintaining muscle mass. He is saying he did not cheat. He's not a cheater. I did not intentionally take Clenbuterol. Problem is, I've been training in Mexico and eating contaminated cow beef. That's what he's saying. There's a problem apparently in Mexico where some of the cattle are being injected with Clenbuterol, which helps cows. It's illegal in the United States, but some places outside the United States, even some places in the United States, will use Clenbuterol to grow bigger cows, to up the protein content in the meat. And he's saying that what he had was contaminated meat because his training center is in Mexico and there's a problem with Mexican meat down there. He even issued a statement saying, quote, "I'm an athlete who respects the sport, and this surprises me and bothers me because it had never happened to me. I will submit to all the tests that require me to clarify this embarrassing situation, and I trust in the end the truth will prevail." So far, the fight with Gennady Golovkin is still on. He's still dead set on making that fight.
Floyd Mayweather has openly criticized the boxing community for what he perceives as a double standard regarding steroid use, particularly concerning Canelo Alvarez. Mayweather contends that while some fighters face intense scrutiny, others, like Canelo, are afforded leniency due to their marketability and status. He argues that this disparity undermines the sport's integrity and allows certain individuals to evade accountability. Mayweather emphasizes that PED use not only constitutes cheating, but also poses significant health risks, thereby threatening the sport's credibility.
But what we don't talk about is, Canelo. Steroids. Y'all don't talk about that. So we don't know. We really don't know all the fighters he beat. He could have been not clean in a lot of fights. Canelo, and the list goes on and on about athletes that's been cheating.
Been accused of cheating or been proven?
No, been proven too.
It's been proven.
Yeah. Oh, Canelo. Oh shit.
This been proven.
Lance Armstrong. Okay.
And then Canelo talking about it was the steak that it was the meat that he was eating. So okay, now you eating. I guess you're eating steroid cows. Man, these boys kill me.
Recently, David Benavidez has publicly accused Alvarez and his entire team of using steroids. He questioned why Canelo would avoid a fight with him if he were truly confident, especially given the number of positive steroid tests within Canelo's camp. Benavidez's comments have intensified the ongoing rivalry between the two fighters, with Benavidez suggesting that Canelo's team is dirty due to multiple failed steroid tests.
When the greatest Canelo came out, the one that you guys seen that fought Triple G the first time, bro, dude popped dirty for Clenbuterol, bro. Why do you think the second fight didn't happen? So, for me, seeing that was the best Canelo I've ever seen. But that was Canelo off of steroids. Everybody else that he fought Amir Khan, he fought Daniel Jacobs, he fought what the f is his name? Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant. These guys are all weak, bro. So for me, that's why I feel like I see Canelo Alvarez and I see like he's not as good as everybody thinks. Because the best one that fought Golovkin that first time was off Clenbuterol. That was the best Canelo I've ever seen, and that's why he looked so good, because he was off Clenbuterol. So with the Canelo, he even got suspended for like 7 months.
So it's guaranteed he was
guaranteed took it. He said that he ate meat that was tainted in Mexico.
Now let me ask you that question.
I've talked to people. They said for him to test positive off a piece of meat, he would have had to eat the whole.
Eddie Reynoso's gym has faced intense scrutiny due to multiple doping allegations involving fighters under his guidance. Notably, Canelo Alvarez, who trains with Reynoso, has been implicated in past steroid controversies. Critics point to several fighters from Reynoso's camp who have tested positive for banned substances, raising questions about the training environment and oversight. As Canelo prepares for his bout with Terence Crawford, observers are closely watching his rapid physical transformation.
Serious accusations about his gym. And the accusations are that people, or at least the implications are, that he is the one that is providing performance-enhancing drugs or is in some way responsible for the performance-enhancing drugs that are being used by fighters that fought in his gym. Specifically, off the top of my head, you have Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez had popped for Clenbuterol 2 times. For Fahim Satur, I'll say that he did it 2 times, even though I think it was for the same fight. But Canelo Alvarez popped dirty for Clenbuterol 2 times. You have Luis Nery, who had tested positive, but I think Luis Nery tested positive before he was with Eddie Reynoso. Then you have Ryan Garcia, who popped dirty after he left Eddie Reynoso and went over to Derek James. And then you have Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez popped dirty while he was with Eddie Reynoso, but at the time he was still allowed to fight. You also clearly see that you have an issue with the fight that's coming up with Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, in that you have one guy that tested positive and you have another guy that looks like he's using in order to get up and continue to climb up weight classes. You know, at a certain point in time, and this is something that Rolly Romero has said, certain point in time, your body just doesn't do that. At a certain point in time, your body just doesn't do it. I'm 6'2", 200, and should weigh about 210. Closer to 250, but I should weigh about 210. I'm not going to get up. If I was 210 now at 50 years old.
Many boxing analysts have noted that gaining substantial muscle mass naturally in one's 30s is particularly challenging. However, Canelo Alvarez's recent physical transformation, appearing significantly larger than in previous years, has raised questions about the authenticity of his muscle gains. This scrutiny is intensified by the history of doping allegations surrounding Eddie Reynoso's gym, his trainer's establishment. Notably, multiple fighters from Reynoso's camp have tested positive for banned substances, casting doubt on the training environment and practices.
Muscle as if I'm juicing. If for a 30-year-old, right? You remember, your body grows. Men's body can grow in height and length up until to the extreme in your 20s. By the time you're 20, your height and all that stuff is there, right? Your height and your length. In your mid-20s, you know, by the time you're 29, your musculature is pretty much there. It gets harder to gain and put on muscle after 30.
In a recent episode of Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan discussed the topic, highlighting the significance of Alvarez's past failed test for Clenbuterol and the ongoing debates about his physique and performance. He emphasized the importance of transparency and the need for athletes to uphold the integrity of the sport. The conversation added fuel to the fire of speculation as Alvarez prepares for his fight against Crawford. Many boxing fans have expressed little surprise regarding the recent doping allegations against Canelo Alvarez ahead of his fight with Terence Crawford. Given Canelo's history with performance-enhancing substances, including a previous suspension for testing positive for Clenbuterol, some fans view the latest accusations as consistent with past behavior.
What up, everybody? It's your boy MC from MCTV. I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo Alvarez is on steroids right now as we speak and is going to be fully juiced with something that hasn't even hit the market yet. Think about it. He's pretty much a billionaire. He has access to everything.
Holyfield has expressed deep admiration for Terence Crawford's exceptional boxing abilities, particularly his remarkable power and versatile fighting style. Holyfield highlighted Crawford's ability to seamlessly switch between orthodox and southpaw stances, making his movements unpredictable and challenging for opponents to anticipate. He emphasized that this adaptability forces adversaries to continuously adjust their strategies during the fight, likening it to life's necessity for constant adaptation. Holyfield's admiration underscores Crawford's unique style and sharp reflexes, which he believes make him a formidable and well-prepared challenger.
Going left-handed and right-handed, how do you deal with someone like that?
Wow, I don't know. Did nobody switch up on me a lot, so it's hard for me to say. But I know life is about adjustment. You have to make adjustment. To be successful, adjustment is always going to be the difference between how far you gonna go.
And this is the last one because I just thought of something. Obviously, Fury Usyk, a lot of people are talking about for undisputed. You were a smaller guy, and you almost beat. A lot of people thought you beat Nikolai Valuev, who's even taller. Even taller than Tyson Fury. How does a small guy Usyk defeat a tall guy like Tyson Fury?
Terence Crawford's longtime trainer Brian Bomac McIntyre has expressed unwavering confidence in their strategy. McIntyre emphasizes that their preparation has been meticulous, leaving no stone unturned. He acknowledges Canelo's formidable skills, but believes that Crawford's adaptability and tactical approach will be key to overcoming the challenges posed by a naturally larger opponent.
I'm confident that he's going to get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team, so the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything?
Definitely that. Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth. Get me fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
Nico Ali Walsh, grandson of the legendary Muhammad Ali, has also provided valuable insights into Crawford's preparation for his coming bout against Canelo Alvarez. Walsh emphasized that Crawford is not approaching the challenge of facing a larger and more powerful opponent like Canelo without careful planning. He noted that Crawford has been sparring with significantly bigger fighters to acclimate to the type of pressure and strength Canelo brings into the ring. This strategic approach reflects Crawford's commitment to adapting his skills and conditioning to effectively compete at the super middleweight level. Walsh's observations underscore the meticulous preparation that Crawford is undertaking to ensure he is fully equipped for the challenges posed by Canelo's formidable presence in the ring.
20 people with Canelo before Canelo's last fight, but then after Canelo's last fight, it seems like it's more 50-50 now. So everything is just the build up for that fight is just going to be absolutely magnetizing. Like that fight, it's garnered so much more buzz after Canelo's last fight, and Bud is Bud. He's one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. He is one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be awesome to watch.
Have you sparred any of them?
I haven't sparred Bud yet. I haven't been in Canelo's camp. I've met Canelo a few times. I love Canelo's team. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters. He's been my favorite fighter for the longest time. But I have to be Team Bud because me and Bud are cool, and I have so much belief in Bud, and I know who he is as a fighter. He is one of the greats. So he could do anything he wants.
And being around both of them and seeing how they work and train and things like that, what makes both of them the fighters they are, in your opinion?
I've watched Bud, so for Bud in particular, he's calm in everything he does, and that kind of calm is scary to watch because it shows experience. You can see that he's been doing this for forever, for decades. You can see it with his shadow boxing. You can see it.
Shaquille O'Neal has also expressed strong confidence in Terence Crawford's ability to defeat Canelo Alvarez in their next bout. O'Neal praises Crawford's exceptional boxing skills, highlighting his precision and relentless determination. He believes that Crawford's technical prowess will be the key to overcoming Canelo's power and experience. This endorsement adds to the growing anticipation surrounding the fight, as fans and analysts eagerly debate how the contrasting styles of the two fighters will play out in the ring.
Everyone's talking about the one fight right now, Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Who do you got?
I gotta go Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford?
Yeah.
Why?
This is the best ever.
Really? You think he's the greatest ever?
Yeah.
Over Ali, Muhammad Ali? I didn't know you were a big Terence Crawford fan like that.
You have to understand that there's eras, and in different eras, you can bring out the titles. Like, for example, Joker's the best big man now.
Right.
And I don't like.
You put Joker over you as the best big man?
It's different eras and different time. It's not my era, not my time now.
True.
It's their time. So he's the greatest big man in the NBA right now. So I let the people decide who's that. But right now, Terence Crawford is the best.
So
and Floyd, because Floyd has never lost.
So how does Terence beat Canelo? Decision?
He's
or
gonna knock him out.
He's going to knock Canelo out?
Yes, man.
So they're going to have the fight at the Vegas Stadium, Raider Stadium. You're going to be there?
I heard it was off.
No, it's back on.
Okay.
Now
Yes.
it's back on. It's in September 13th in Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You'll be there. Front row?
Of course.
All right, cool. You're the man.
Meanwhile, many boxing analysts have highlighted a notable difference in experience between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, particularly regarding their respective weight classes and the challenges each fighter has faced. Crawford, known for his adaptability and skill, is stepping up to super middleweight for the first time, a move that presents both opportunities and challenges. In contrast, Canelo has extensive experience in this division, having unified all major super middleweight titles.
There's no Triple G on Bud's resume. There's no Trout on Bud's resume. There's no Daniel Jacobs on Bud's resume. Canelo is the one that's fought the elite level opposition. It's Canelo that fought Laura. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ.
Yeah, but Bud is an elite boxer.
So you're an elite boxer, but you haven't fought elite boxers.
Trainer Robert Garcia points to Canelo's recent performances, which he describes as less explosive than those earlier in his career. Garcia argues that this slight decline could provide an opening for Crawford. He suggests that timing is everything in boxing, and Crawford may be stepping in at a moment when Canelo's sharpness is not at its peak. This perspective paints a picture of a fight where momentum, recent form, and strategy might outweigh experience alone.
Because it's a fight that most of the people don't give Crawford a chance because of the size, but he's got skills, man. He's got skills. He's got good speed, good footwork. That's why I do give him a chance.
You do give Crawford.
I do give Crawford a chance, of course. Canelo's last few fights, he does his work. He gets work done, but never does that little extra to please or to. He knows he doesn't need to anymore, so he's just comfortable enough with just securing the win. He became a businessman, and I think that could be something in favor of.
According to pro boxing pundits, Crawford's adaptability will be his winning trait in this fight. Renowned for his ability to seamlessly switch between orthodox and southpaw stances, Crawford keeps opponents off balance, creating unpredictable angles and openings. This versatility allows him to exploit weaknesses and control the pace of the fight. In his bout against Canelo, Crawford's adaptability will be crucial. He'll need to adjust to Canelo's timing, power, and defensive maneuvers in real time, finding openings where few exist. Crawford's success will depend on his ability to stay one step ahead in this high-stakes chess match.
Crawford, on the other hand, he has been walking down his fighters, and people don't see that but me. For some reason, when I had that tape, people were screaming cat. And it's like David Evander, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Gamboa, a meme machine. Even against Madrimov, the way he won the fight was by fighting. It wasn't Floyd Mayweather sticking. This guy has been too athletically gifted, and I mean explosive, hard punching, and too strong for his ops. When he's in orthodox, he boxes more. When he switches, he becomes a puncher. And now he's coming out southpaw. He ends you. He is not you gotta watch him fight. He does do athletic things where his hands and his feet work together and he catches you for sure. But what he mostly do is he punishes and he bullies his op because he walks you down and whips your ass. He's an ass whip.
Do you believe Canelo is using PEDs ahead of the Crawford fight? Should past allegations influence our judgment of a fighter's current integrity? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.